Well, hello, it's Rosalind with Triple Shot of Sass. You'll remember me, the wise one. I'm coming to you today with another episode of Triple Shot of Sass. Today, we want to talk about love languages. I know we're in this love and romantic way right now. So let's talk about it. Everybody wants to talk about love, but do you even know what love language you speak? Are you using Google to try to figure out what's the meaning and what it says and what you should be doing? Well, look, we're going to talk about it today. We're here, real women, talking about real love, real talk, no chaser. We want to talk a little bit about, before we get too deep into all of the questions, we just want to check your vibe with only one word, and we want you to put it in the comments, right? Come on, give us something. Put it in your comments. We want to talk about one word, ladies. How's your love tank today? And are you getting the link? Is your love language being received, heard, and are you being loved in the language that you want to be loved in? So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Tawana, and she's going to tell us all about the love languages.
All righty, all righty, all righty. Hello, everyone. My name is Tawana Craig, and I am known as the Empire Diva. And Rosalind, I am so happy that you answered the question to say what tank? Where is I'm on empty.
Me too, girl. Except for that self-love thing, but
Except for that self-love, I'm on empty. And I
yeah.
say that only because I'm not in a relationship. And oh, ladies, I'm gonna have to share something with y'all off camera that happened in my dreams.
Got it.
You and your dreams.
Me and my dreams. Okay, maybe a little risque to put out
Uh-oh.
here. Yes, yes. But to answer that question for me, um, other than the self-love I have for myself, my tank is on empty. And like I said, because I'm not in a relationship, having someone to give me those love languages and me to be able to share my love language with them, that's where my tank is. So before we get into questions, I don't know if you ladies want to talk about where your tank is, if you want to put it in the comments, however you want to do it, I'm game for it. So,
Well,
Okay.
I like you, Tawada. I have all that self-love, right? That tank is overflowing and it rolls over to others. The agape love from family and friends, but that special, intimate, connected love, I'm on empty. There's nothing happening there. So, I'm okay with it right now, though. We'll see.
all right.
Okay, so my love tank is full.
Hmm?
Obviously, it's full because I moved across the world to be with him. But yeah, it's full. I'm happy
Just
about it. It's
keep
good.
letting the overflow flow.
Flow.
Let
It
Flow.
it
is
flow.
overflowing. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so ladies, we're going to get into today the five love languages. Last week we talked about the five stages of love, which was so good. And like we mentioned, or I mentioned that I had never heard of it before. So I'm
Hmm.
so glad we had the opportunity to discuss that. And so we want to keep this love train going, right? And so we want
Exactly.
to continue with the love, right? And we hope you stay with us through these segments that we're talking about because like I said, it's not about us, it's about us. And we want all of you to have some type of thoughts and some type of comments. And
Yes.
so the five love languages are quality time, word affirmation, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. And
Yes.
so you have to decide what works best for you, right? And so when I was going over this list, and when I first heard about it, like you said, Rosalind, do you go and Google? It's like, well, what is quality time? What is word affirmation? Gifts? And I thought I fit into about three, four, if I'm going to be honest, because I like kind of all of them.
Right.
But so And I thought that physical touch was more important to me,
Mm.
but I realized it really isn't, right? Although I love to spoon, I don't, I love that kind of stuff and the
She's such a
intimacy.
romantic.
I really am. So that's the ladies know when I do this.
Yeah.
Husband, I like to spoon. I like to spoon. We don't all the time have to go, you know, I really like the intimacy. So maybe physical touch may be one of my love language. You might pat me on the little no tush on the way past, just to let me know you still see it and I'm still hot. I'm still hot. But I love to spend time. I love you to tell me that I look good. And I thought gifts were important, but they really are not important for me, right? Now let me stop. I like gifts. So don't think you ain't gotta get me gifts, because I do like gifts, but they're not important in my relationships or as
Mm.
part of my love language. So
Okay.
that's where I am with that. And I don't know if you ladies, do you have a specific one, or could it be just you fall into different categories based on the vibe, based on the mood? What is it?
Katrina.
Yes. So I love quality time and physical touch. So in having quality time, I think you automatically touch each other. So
Mhm.
maybe that just goes hand in hand. But I do gifts. I'm like you, T. I could buy my own self gifts, but yes, I want gifts as well. Um, but yeah, quality time and physical touch are very important for me. I mean, like I
Mm.
said, we could be on the sofa. Some part of me has to touch him always. Um, when I go to bed before him because he's retired, but when he gets in the bed, he has to touch me. And we just have to touch each other. I mean, it could be like my little finger, like I
That's
walk by,
funny.
I kiss his bald head and I keep going. And you talking about the pat on the butt, I get that, all of it. Um, yeah. So physical touch and quality time. Because with him being retired, he finishes whatever he's doing by the time I get off work, and we're able to spend that time together before I go to bed. But yeah, physical time and quality. Physical, look, I put it together. Physical time and quality touch. I put it together.
Physical
I love you, Katrina.
Physical time and quality touch. No, quality time and physical touch are mine. And I believe those are his as well. But I also think for him, words of affirmation.
Mm.
I tell him all the time, I appreciate you. Like he cooks for me, and I'll say, kiss the chef. And then we kiss each other. I tell him all the time, I really appreciate him. So I believe his is quality time, physical touch, and words of affirmation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's pretty good. Yeah, I am definitely an acts of service kind of person. That is a love language for me. And I just think that I like serving others. But also, if you see me, struggling to carry 3 grocery bags and I got my purse, swoop up. Come on, help a sister out, right? Do that. Help me with that. Definitely. If that I've had a rough week, or and it's Friday evening, and I come if you get home before me and you've got maybe a nice warm bath, Fran, and there's a glass of wine there, and you just turn off the lights, light a candle, and let me have some me time. Oh
Mhm.
my God. And then when I'm done with that bath, it's on and popping. We
It's
can hang out.
on.
We can have that quality time. But, I love quality time. I also don't want to be with you stuck like this. If I'm going to the store, you going with me, or if I'm going to the bathroom, you sitting outside the door waiting to talk to me. That's cute in the beginning, but I'm grown. I mean, I'm 60. So there are some things I just need a moment to unwind. So yeah, that quality time is really important to me. Acts of service, and to your point, gifts. You know, I have a Rolex. I don't need a Rolex. I don't need a 5 carat diamond ring. I don't need XY, fancy label purses. I would like a bottle of wine and some flowers every once in a while, though.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's
Exactly.
great. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's so funny, and you ladies know, there's always a song in my head.
What are you singing now?
Pretty woman.
No, girls, turn off the lights and light a
And light a
candle.
candle.
Yes, 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 yes.
So that
Yeah.
was my thought. That was my ditty for the day. Maybe
Okay.
Mhm.
maybe that one. Okay, first
Yeah.
questions, ladies. Let's get to it. What love language usually draws you first? Is it quality time with the person? And we might have just answered that, but words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, or physical touch. Which one draws you first when you
For
first?
Mm.
me, I think it's the quality time. Someone like I'm getting to know you and you're putting forth the effort to get to know me. So we are doing things together. So that quality time is what draws me closer. If you're busy all the time and you don't have time for me, but you make time for the things that you really want. But if you're just constantly busy and I'm an afterthought, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Rosalind?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I think it's probably going to be the two hand in hand, right? So quality time, like Trina said, don't get my phone number and then call me a week later because I'm not going to answer unless you were in the hospital. You send me a
And you
text and
wouldn't
say,
know that until you answered.
well,
So
that's what I said. Send me a text and say, hey, I was in ER and I didn't know my emergency. I didn't even know my name. But when I came to, I found your number. All right, we can talk about that. But yeah, so quality time and then acts of service, and not necessarily towards me, but if, we're spending time together and you're opening the door for me to walk through. If I've got to open my own, I can. But if I've got to open my own car door and if I've got to open the door to enter, those are small things, but those are acts of service that are important to me. So
I
the
don't think that's small though. I
what's
don't
that?
think I don't think opening the door to let you in, I don't think that's small. A lot of women,
Yeah.
I mean, I hear all the time is chivalry dead, and it's not.
No,
But it
it's not.
also has to be that person's love language because if they feel like they don't have to do it for you, then they're not.
Right.
With him, he opens the door, all that, all the things. He does them all, And when I go to the grocery store, sometimes he'll go with me. I get in the car, he's putting everything in the trunk.
Yeah.
If I go to the store by myself, I pop the thing because I'm always running. I grocery shop on my lunch break. So I'm driving home. I get there, pop the trunk, and he's like, I know you got to go clock in. So he brings all the groceries in, and then I put everything away. But that's the type of guy he is. Not every guy is going to be like that. So yeah, I really enjoy that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think mine would be quality time because and until I get to meet you, there is no physical touch. I mean, you
Hmm.
can have the hug, but nothing past that, right? The
Hmm.
don't kiss me on my forehead because you my boo then. We booed up if you kiss me on my forehead.
Oh, it's the
That's just
forehead kiss for you, huh?
that's the one for me. So I would think that the one that draws me in is the quality time. If I know that
Hmm.
you want to spend time with me and you're
Exactly.
making an effort to spend time with me, that lets me know that you want to get to know me, Tawana the person,
Exactly.
and not necessarily the package, you know, because
Hmm.
some people, and we'll get to that, but some people, they just see somebody and say, yeah, hmm, that's it. Like, and Rosin, you mentioned about you take my number and then call me a week later. And I think I told you ladies this before. Now, mind you, it was a couple of years ago. It was on Halloween. I was in my Halloween costume. I was dressed as a flip-flop. And I looked over to my right and a metro driver. He was driving the metro and he was asking me to roll his my window down, and I did, and he asked me for my phone number. Well, I'm trying to do things differently, so I gave him my phone number,
I
right?
remember this.
I
Yeah, I
do.
gave him my phone number, and I don't think I heard from him for about a month,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then I get a text message saying, "Hey, this is Michael, the MTA driver." Really? So were you in a relationship and then it ended after 30 days? Or did you lose my number and you decided to, you found it in your pocket on the bus? Or you said, oh, I remember the flip flop girl. Let me give her a call, and see what's up with her. Well, needless to say, I never responded because, yeah, I'm not your afterthought. You're not
Hmm.
Right. Exactly.
30 days later and say,
Right.
hey, I'm Michael, the MTA driver, and I'm supposed to be all excited about, oh, he finally called me. No, ma'am, no,
No.
Sam, no green eggs and ham. So that's not going to happen with me. So quality time would be the first thing that draws me to a person.
Hmm.
I'm not going to be your secret.
Right.
You spend time with me, and eventually we're going to have to go out. We're going to have to do some things where we get to know each other other than text messaging and phones. So
Right.
okay. So my second question to you, lovely ladies, would be: how soon do you show your love language when you're dating someone new?
Hmm. So
So
that's a tricky kind of question. Are we dating or, are we just connecting, right? Because if we're dating, I need you to know my love language, so I'm gonna start right away. But if I just, met you, we're just trying to connect. We went out on a date or two. Not sure if there's anything there. You know, that's part of the getting to know. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a man ask me what's my love language, but I think that has kind of come through in the course of getting to know each other. And then once
Hmm.
we're dating, I'm just like all out there. Hey, I need this or I need that. What would you like? And one of the mistakes that I think I have made is I have my love language that I like to show, but that may not be the love language that they need to receive, right?
Okay.
So they don't see it as love language. They just see it as, why is she always touching me? Or what's with this quality time? They don't see it the same way. So yeah, I think it's important to make it known pretty early when you're dating.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I found with him his love language was physical touch that first night. I told you he knew that we were going to be together before I did, and he wanted to take a picture to remember it. And but okay, so that was the first date. The second date, we ended up holding hands and hugging and things like that. So he showed his love language, and I showed mine right, second date. And then it just went from there. And then when we were like just sitting on the sofa again, I I have to touch you. But it felt so natural for me to do that with him and for him to reciprocate, So yeah, it was right away. I think you just know,
Yeah.
Right.
because I've dated guys where we never got to the sitting on the sofa like that. It was just like going out to dinner, going to a
Right.
movie, and that was it. It was no, I couldn't see myself like being with them in that way. But him, of course, yeah. So I show it right away.
Okay. And see, again, this is something that I'm learning because as you ladies know, I was with Alvin off and on since I was 12.
Hmm.
Never really understood about the love languages. I just knew I loved having quality time. Didn't know that there was a category for it. Didn't know it fell under love language.
Love languages, right.
Right. And so I that is a really good question that now I need to think about, right? I know in my mind I want to spend quality time with you, right? And so I think that in the beginning, that's going to be evident based on our conversations. And I'm praying that based on our conversations, he will see that these are the things that I love or enjoy doing, right? I love talking to you. I, want to not necessarily continue to text because for me, sometimes texts do not come across
No,
like having a actual verbal conversation.
exactly.
And so I want to say that my quality time love language is going to show in the beginning. But I don't want to I don't want to seem like a stalker, right?
Right.
I don't want it to seem like I'm calling you. I'm calling you 5, 6, 7 times a day because I want to hear your lovely voice. But I also don't want 3, 4, 5 days to pass
Oh no.
and I
Mm-mm.
don't hear from you.
Nope.
So I want to be able to set those parameters in the beginning, and I want to be able to ask those questions in the beginning
Right.
so that we will know. And if me asking, excuse me, if me asking these questions um, turns you off, then that means that you're not the person for me,
Exactly.
right? So if I say to you, you know, in the conversations, maybe after our third or fourth, and I'm not saying we're in love with each other. I'm just saying if we're moving forward, what do you like? What are the
Right.
things
Right.
that you like in a relationship? And so I think that that would probably be how I handle the initial showing what my love languages are. That would,
I went on a date with this one guy, and the date was good. The date was good. He talked a lot, um, and really didn't get to know me, but we decided to go on a second date. And so maybe this was a Saturday, and we said, okay, we'll go out next Friday. I didn't hear from him until Thursday. And he calls and he said, are we still on for tomorrow? And I said, no. He said, why? And I said, I haven't heard from you since, last week. So no, we're not going. And I don't think I was wrong. If you wanted to see me, why hadn't you called me? I need constant communication
and
all the time. And no, you cannot go a day. He and I have never gone a day without talking, except that one instance. And y'all know what it is. But
We know.
we've never gone a day without talking. I no, 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 thank you. Again, no, thank you.
No, thank you. And here's my thing also, like with us, we'll be on the phone with each other and we'll say, I'm gonna call you back. Now, mind you, that doesn't mean I'm gonna call you back.
Right.
I gotta go do something, right? But if I'm on the phone with the guy that I'm dating and he
Mm-hmm.
says to me, boo, no, whatever our
They.
parents say,
Right.
I'm going to call you back. I expect for you to call me back.
Exactly.
I don't expect for you to wait 2 or 3 days to call me back.
Right.
Oh gosh, he was in a coma, right?
And he just woke up and found the number.
And okay, it was in his pants pocket that he didn't decide that he wanted to wash or whatever. They were going to the cleaners and he had cleaned
Right.
that kind of stuff. So with you, with the friends and family, because I do that with Brenda too. Let me call you back. Well, she understands that it may not mean that I'm gonna call you back today,
Right now. Hmm.
but I am gonna call you back tomorrow because we
Right.
talk all the time. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
hear some type of communication. You're gonna have some type of communication from me on a daily basis. But if I'm in a relationship with you and we are dating and you say, hey, I gotta go do this real quick. I'm gonna call you back. I don't even care if you call me back and say, hey, I wanted to make sure that I called you back because that's what I said that I was going to do. We may not even
Exactly.
talk that long, but he had the decency to call me back because that's what he said he was going to do. And
Right.
so those are the things that are very important to me
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship. Girl, my boo gonna know because he gonna be this.
He's gonna be highly educated in the things of Tawana.
I'm just saying. So, okay, so next question, ladies. Can attraction grow when your love language does not match?
I think
Um,
so.
yeah, Roz, you go for that one because I'm still thinking.
Yeah, I think so because um, our love language may not be the same, right? And so, what I need from my partner is to give me the love language that I need. Again, quality time and acts of service. His might be physical touch and maybe words of affirmation. Those may be his. I don't know, but the expectation is that I would provide for him that physical touch. Even though I'm, of a certain age and place in life, and I might be hot, and he might want to cuddle, and I'd be like, move. Well, we can still cuddle, maybe not as long as he'd like, but I'd give him the benefit of that cuddle. And of course, I tell him, how well groomed he is, and oh, you smell good. And I give him those affirmations, whatever he needs. But I also need for him to give me those things that I need. And I think when he's getting what he needs, he's growing. And when I'm receiving, I'm growing. So I think then our love grows and blooms.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to agree with it. If you know your partner's love language, you will, if you really care about this person, if you really
Right.
love this person, you will go out of your way to make sure that their um, love language is met. You
Absolutely.
just really do. And if you don't care to, then that's not the person for you.
Right.
But it can
Exactly.
grow. It can grow. Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you ladies went first because my answer was going to be no.
Still can
If your
be.
love language does not match mine, no. But then I had to realize everybody's love language is different.
It's different.
Is different. So again, brain group, because I was sitting up and thinking, well, how are we going to be okay if our love languages aren't the same? But that's the judge. That's the thing. That's what
Hmm.
makes relationships
Work.
Yeah.
because we're different.
Yeah. That's the secret sauce.
That's the secret sauce. And if
Yeah.
I can learn the things that make you happy and give you joy, and you can learn the things that make me happy and give me joy, then we in this. We
We in like Flynn.
we in there like swimwear, you know?
That's
We
it.
doing this, right? We are doing this. And so I like I said, I'm so glad that you ladies went first because I don't know if I didn't understand the question or I just needed to hear a different point of view about the question.
Right.
Um, because we don't have to have the same love language, and that's okay. Because
Hmm.
for me, I'm a giver, right? I don't have to have the gifts, although they're
Right.
good, but I'm a person that I love to give and I love to see your face. I want to sit there when you open the box, right?
Exactly.
Because I want to see the expression on your face because I put thought into the gift that I'm giving you. And so I don't necessarily have to get a gift. You know, I love flowers. Don't send me candy. Because I'm just, I'm not a candy person. But I love gift baskets that show me that, you got some candles in there and some bath beads and some shower gels and some lotions. And I'm telling y'all,
He's listening to Warner. He listening. He's watching this episode.
so these are the things. And so the thing is that, like I said, I'm so glad that you ladies went first because it really made me rethink that question because again, our love languages do not have to be the same. And I'm hoping that our audience is hearing these. And we're not saying that we are resident experts on anything. We're just kind of putting it out there,
Right.
something to think about. Because you may be in a relationship at this time and you're trying to figure out why he does something so different than me, or why does she does some things, so differently than I do. You know, why is it that, I love for her to rub me and I love for her to massage me, but when I go to rub her back or to rub her feet, she kind of goes, she's not a touchy-feely person. And
Exactly.
it's okay. It's
You've
okay.
got to speak the love language that your partner wants to receive,
And
Hmm.
right? And
understand.
so I can't go around pushing my love language
Right.
on my partner, right?
Exactly.
I just
Exactly.
want them to give it. That's what I need, and I need to give them what they need. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And sometimes you got to make it billboard clear because
Yeah.
Right.
they might not even know. They may not even know. Again, me and my husband, we never talked about love languages. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wasn't getting,
Hmm.
right? I knew
Right.
what I wanted and I knew what I wasn't getting. But was that his fault? Was that his fault? You know, could I
I
have
think
told
both of your faults because he
absolutely
should have been asking and you should have been showing or telling. Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. And so again, I have learned so much and I do believe that this is God's way of preparing me for my next. Because I ask some of these questions and I think about some of the things that happened. And for some of you who do not know, my husband passed away in 2022. And so, um, but it wasn't all peaches and creams when we were together. And I have to be transparent about that. And it could be because we didn't know how to communicate what we needed.
Right.
Right.
We didn't know how to communicate what we needed from each other. And then when we weren't getting it from each other, that went back to the 5 phases of love,
Right.
the conflicts that we never were able to resolve. So
Hmm.
we're giving you some bits and pieces. We're giving you the phases. We're giving you the love languages for you male and female to be able to think about these things. Because each one of us had to learn.
Hmm.
We didn't just jump into relationships saying we got this. We get married tomorrow. Ooh, that's another topic, y'all. How long
What?
does it take for you to fall in love and get married? Do you have to be with somebody for 6 months, a year, 2 years? That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah. You could
And
do the research on that one.
Yes.
yeah, and before
Yes.
they can get married, they have to date, right? So That
Right.
whole dating game has changed. So we've got a lot to talk
We
about.
have a lot to share
Mm.
with you guys and girls and
And a family
gals.
member who dated while they planned the wedding. They met in June of one year and they were married in December of that year because they
I
dated while
think
they,
I know who that was.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
they have been married for almost 20 years now. Yep, yep, yep.
Awesome, awesome,
Yep,
awesome.
yep. Okay, question. Have you ever felt unloved because your partner spoke a different love language?
Yes. My
That's a one word answer. Yes.
yes, yes. Period. Yeah, I did.
Period.
Because again, mine is physical touch. And at that time, I think it was gifts. So I would give, constantly give. And
Mhm.
I wasn't receiving um, the quality time or the physical touch. Yeah, I was not getting it. And I felt unloved, really did.
Mhm.
And that person, we never talked about love languages. We never
Mhm.
talked about what I was not receiving. We never talked about if he was not receiving what he needed. So, communication,
Yeah.
communicate. So, yeah.
And I think for me, I'm gonna pop in really quick. I think for me with my husband, his love language was gifts.
Hmm.
He liked to give gifts, right? And I didn't necessarily need the gifts that he gave.
Hmm.
And he gave some good gifts. They was really good. But I think that was if he gave gifts, he felt that was his way of showing me I love
That
you,
he loved you.
you know?
Yeah.
And in his head, I spent X amount of dollars on that. Why isn't that important to you?
Right.
Why doesn't that make you happy and want to turn flips and do all the things? Because I just bought you a tennis bracelet, right? I just bought you that designer watch. I just bought you, and you're not giving me that emotion that I feel that I need.
Right.
But he didn't understand that gifts weren't was not my love language. I just want you to spend time with me.
Right.
We both love the spoon, and so he had that. He understood that assignment. Um, Words of affirmation tell me that I look nice, you know, and just talk to me, say some good
Hmm.
stuff, right?
Hmm.
Encourage me, empower me. Those are the things that I need. He didn't have that part, but he was a gift giver. And
Hmm.
but he felt because he liked giving gifts that was my love language. And again, both of us didn't understand that.
Right.
We did not understand that. So again, think about it. Our peoples, they just might not understand.
Yeah.
They may not understand the assignment. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've ever felt unloved because of a missignaling of the love language, right? I think in fact, I don't ever think I felt unloved in a relationship. It just not a serious relationship. There were just other factors that just made, things not work. But I don't think it was because of love language.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, I have one last question for you.
Let's go.
Let's
One
get it.
question. Is it possible to confuse lust with love?
Absolutely, positively, it is.
All day and twice on Sundays. Oh my gosh.
Because we feel like they want us.
Exactly.
They want me all the
He
time.
loves
They
me.
cannot get enough of me. And it
Well,
had
I
nothing to
can't
do
get enough of him.
with I can't
Right.
get enough of him.
It ain't
It,
got nothing to do with love, Lord. Thank you.
it ain't got nothing to do. See, I have to remember I can't say certain things.
I know we recording, honey. Mm,
I know.
yes, but it is
Yeah.
very possible to confuse
This,
the two.
this isn't a this we did not click the children button on this podcast, so it's not for children.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe the same thing, that I do believe that you can it's possible to confuse lust with
Mhm.
love.
It is.
Yeah.
People just do not understand that just because we are physically attracted to each other, that you
Hmm.
that that's not always.
No,
Um,
that there are a whole lot of marriages that occurred, and folks didn't realize till later
That
that
it was nothing but lust.
it was nothing but lust. And
yeah,
once that physical attraction starts to wane, you'd be like, who are you? Why are you here?
You
absolutely.
know, and that could go towards love bombing.
Hmm.
You are
Absolutely.
just being love bombed by this person, or you're doing the love bombing, and
Exactly.
you guys really have nothing in common except that one area. You
Right.
guys are good there.
Or I'm going to throw this out. This is the opposite of people who say that they, um, why buy the cow? Okay, not the why buy the cow because you can get the milk for free. But the thing is that why would I wait until marriage to have sex? What if it's
Mhm,
not good?
mhm,
So my thing is, if you've, it shouldn't be about the sex.
mhm.
We want it to be good. Don't get us wrong.
But
But
it's about so much more.
it's
It
about so
is.
much more because at a certain time, what I hear, what I
How
hear,
would you know what you hear?
what I hear, sometimes the sex stops for whatever
Mhm.
reason. Could be medical reasons, it's physical. Sometimes, for whatever reason, the sex stops. And if you don't
Amen. Yep.
you don't have where you have cultivated that relationship outside of the sex, there's a problem.
Right.
Because now what?
Now what?
Now what? And so,
Why are you here?
yeah, why are we here? Why are we here? And so that goes into the okay, so you wanted me because I was really good, but now my goodness, my little good stuff ain't good no more. Now what?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic of,
That is, that is.
what is good
Mhm.
intimacy? What is good romance? What makes that romantic chemistry continue beyond the physical act of sex, you know?
Right,
Right. Right.
right. So, ladies, thank you so
Okay.
much for answering my questions. I appreciate
Yes, girl.
I
Yes.
something good out of this. So, Katrina,
Yes, I'll take us
take us
home.
home.
Okay, so that's our triple shot of sass for this week. Tune in on Tuesday. We're going to have episode 4. So, because here's the truth, love is not one size fit all. It's tailored, it's intentional. And when you speak someone's love language, you're not just loving louder, you're loving smarter. And did you know that love is a verb? Yes, it is. It's a verb.
It is
Yes,
an
it's a
action
verb.
word for
It's
sure.
an action word. Exactly. So whether you are a quality time, words of affirmation, gifts or acts of service, or physical touch person, oh yeah, just remember love is a verb. Go pour into your people this week in the language that they understand. We will see you all next time, same day, same sass, same honesty, but brand new shot. Love is the language of legacy. When we learn to speak it fluently, it outlives us. Thank you for tuning in and supporting TSOS, Triple Shot of Sass. And we will see you next week. And do us a favor, write us some questions, comment Tell a friend, share, like, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. We want to know what your love language is and if you are receiving it. And if you're not, what are you doing about it? So until next time, we're out. Triple shot of sass.
Okay.